Hey art fans! Welcome back to Allison's Art House, where we make art out of things around the house. I know it's been a minute, but I am back and I have a fun activity today that I want to share with you guys. Super easy, super simple. You just need a few things and we are recycling at the same time, which is great. You know me, I love to recycle. Okay, so today I'm going to show y'all how to make a birdhouse using cans, recycled cans. What you will need, you're gonna need some, now you can use regular paper or you can use material with this, but I used this adhesive back shelf liner. We also sometimes call this contact paper, but that is a brand name. This brand is actually Duck and I got it at Walmart. This is also Duck, but same thing. It's adhesive back, so it sticks and you don't have to worry about using glue. Some twine. I used this green twine that I got, I think, at an estate sale or Hobby Lobby. No, probably Goodwill, maybe, estate sale, something like that. Duct tape and a can. You're gonna want to have some scissors. And hopefully your can's already been opened. You're not gonna go and start opening cans in the kitchen and just emptying out cans. You're gonna wanna use a can that you had actually emptied so you could eat the food. I used a special can opener that opens on the edges because I didn't want to have any sharp edges here that I had to work with, and I didn't want to worry about the birds getting cut. If you don't have one of those, it's okay. You can use the duct tape and put duct tape around the edge and just fold it over, but I do want to caution you to be really careful so that you don't cut yourself in the process of doing this project. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I determined how much adhesive I was going to need, or how much of this contact paper I was going to need to go around the can. And once I'd figured that out, then I measured to see how tall the can was. Fortunately, this brand is great and it has these lines on the back. It's probably why I usually go towards this brand, because I don't have to worry about whether my line's going to be straight when I cut it. So measuring here, I can see that I can actually cut it right at this line right here. So I'm going to take my scissors and I am going to cut right down that line. It's okay if it's not perfectly straight. I'm pretty sure the birds aren't judging your ability to cut a really straight line. Then, this is so ridiculously easy. I'm going to peel part of the backing off. Not all of it. I don't want to peel it all off because then it becomes kind of difficult to work with. I'm going to peel part of the backing off. I'm going to line it up as well as I can at the very top edge of the can. This is going to probably be the hardest part of all, because you want to make sure that you don't line it up crooked, or you'll start rolling it on and it'll go crooked on you. And then you're going to want to redo it, and then it doesn't become an easy project. And I really do want this to be easy for you guys. So I'm going to just roll this around. And contact paper has a little bit of play in terms of, or adhesive backed shelf liner has a little play in terms of how you can work with it. So I'm just pulling it a little bit to make sure that that line stays straight at the top. Done with that. And then voila. Look at that, it's all covered. The great thing about this process is I've actually done this for like to put pencils and stuff in, so you don't have like a plain old ugly can. Recycling soup cans and stuff, there's so many things that you can do with these. You can do pencil cans, you can do obviously birdhouses. You can make little art projects out of them, doing all sorts of things. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I did the bottom of the can also because, you know, you're going to see that. The birds are going to see that. We want to make sure their house is pretty. And so here's the bottom of this can. Now this one's a little trickier than this one because this has this lip on it that goes all the way around. For this one, I just drew a line around the edge and then cut in a little bit. You can do this a couple of different ways. You can measure exactly what the distance is, the diameter of this circle is, and then use one of those circle cutters that will allow you to use a specific diameter and cut that circle. Or you can do what I did, which is to just set the can on your paper, get a pencil or some sort of writing utensil, it won't matter. It's on the back of the shelf liner, so nobody's gonna see it. Then I cut out that circle. And truly, I'm gonna cut it out, but then I'm gonna wanna cut inside of it too because it's gonna be a little bit too big. So let me cut this out. Okay, so you can see it's too big kind of for the bottom. So I'm going to come back in and you can freehand it, or you can draw just like a little line that lets you know about where you want to cut. I'm going to draw a line because once I get to the outside of the circle, see, it's not beautiful, but it works. Once I get to, if I try to freehand it, I'm not ever going to know exactly where the circle begins and ends because I don't know if you've ever cut a circle before, but there's no beginning or ending to a circle. I don't get circles. They have no point. I didn't make that up. I got that off Bones. Okay, so now it fits. Again, take the adhesive back off. That should come off fairly easy, but of course, just when you want it to come off easy, it's not going to. And I do this just by rolling along the edge. So, take it off. And put it on the bottom of the can. And there you have it. Yay! My can. All right. So, and then just for fun, I add a little bit of duct tape to it. Duct tape comes in all sorts of great designs. I might have a little bit of a problem. I like duct tape a lot, so I have a lot of duct tape. Yeah, and you may not have a random supply of duct tape and stuff at home, but I do. I got a drawer full of it. Just like a drawer full of this contact paper. First step is acknowledging you have a problem. Okay. And then, so that just adds a little extra detail to it. I'm going to take my twine. You could probably use regular yarn. You could use all sorts of things. I'm going to wrap this around several times. And then I'm going to come back here. Off here. Stop moving. Stop it. There we go. Thank you. And I'm going to finish this off with a knot because I don't want it to come undone because that would be unfortunate. Just hang around and it comes off. And then I'm going to make a bow out of it so that it's kind of pretty. You don't have to make a bow. You don't have to make it pretty. I want it to be kind of pretty. And because this part is what hangs on the tree and I don't want this part of the bow to come undone, I am going to double knot that. Just like you would your shoelaces so they don't come undone. Or I do, because I don't want to fall. And that is it. That's how you make a birdhouse out of recycled soup cans or peach cans or stew cans. Okay. So, check back. I'm gonna do some more videos. I'm gonna start a series on the art elements and principles of design so that y'all can have some reference videos for when you get back in your classroom. I'm also gonna do a series of videos on projects that are art projects from the classroom. And so please stay tuned, check back, and comment or like, share. Have a great day, and I will see you again at Allison's Art House, where we make art from things around the house.